Alrighty, as you continue through here, you will see other steps that are part of the process for designing the experiment, such as writing out your steps. If you think back to elementary, when you had to write a how-to make a peanut butter jelly sandwich, how to walk from your house to school, how to build a Lego set. When you write out those specific steps, that is what you're going to do in your experiment. And your experiment should be very detailed. You're going to number step 1, which for you guys in your experiment will be test your beginning heart rate or take your blood pressure before experiment. Okay. You're going to write out every step by step, so that if I picked up your experiment without talking to you, I could follow your steps exactly as you did without question, and it would come out with the same results. So your steps will need to be detailed. Don't worry about deciding how to organize data. We'll talk about that later. The only thing to add in here is that you're going to have to take multiple trials. A trial done one time does not tell you anything, because it could have been a fluke. It could have been just by chance that it made a difference that one time. If you take multiple trials or you test multiple people, you look for trends. And at the end, if you see common trends overall, then you know that your experiment was valid. Guys, in your experiment, whatever activity you choose to do, you will run your trial 3 times. Each person in your group will run it 3 times. And then you'll have at least 2 people with multiple trials to see, look for commonalities. Okay. As you're beginning your experiment and you're typing out your steps, please refer back to this, because this shows you examples of all of those steps. Okay. You will actually complete your trial 3 times. So somewhere in there, you'll have to state that you're going to repeat experiment 2 more times. You record observations. You can see the steps here that are given as an example. And so yours should be very similar. Okay. Make sure you state exactly what the person should be doing. State how long timers should be set for. Explain how long you run each trial for, and so forth. Okay. So just think detail, detail, detail. Okay. Guys, at the top of this page, you're going to click this back arrow, and it says back to activity 1.2. Please go back to that. If you need to take a quick pause for a brain break, now would be a great time. All right, welcome back then if you are not. And then we are going to go ahead and scroll down here to number 1. In number 1 here, it's going to give us an example of an experiment. Do you remember those 3 terms that we talked about? We are going to talk about independent variable, dependent variable, and control. In this experiment right here, I want you to read this paragraph with me, and then you are going to determine what you believe to be the correct answer. And you will actually be able to click your answer, and down in the little gray box, click check answer. Okay. So it says, a scientist designs an experiment to test the amount of fertilizer needed for optimum growth of bean plants. The scientist plans to vary the amount of fertilizer sprinkled into each pot, and then measure the height of each plant after 1 week of growth and 2 weeks of growth. What is the dependent variable in this experiment? So read through that again. What is the dependent variable? Click on your answer, please, and click check answer. Remember, a dependent variable is what we measure at the end, and it states in the example right here, measure the height of each plant. So there is your clue. So height of the plant is the correct answer. Now, maybe you can also go back independently and determine what you believe to be the dependent or independent variable and the control. That would be great practice for you as we get ready for e-learning on Monday. Okay. I will also put on Google Classroom a list of those 3 terms, as well as keywords or clues to help you decipher which one is which. So that'll be on there later for your reference. Okay. All right. You are then ready to begin designing your experiment. All righty. You are going to choose one vital sign. Can't choose multiple. You will choose one activity that will either increase it or decrease it. You can choose an activity that will be more active and engaging physically, just trying to increase your heart rate, blood pressure, or respiratory rate. Or you can choose something that you think will calm it, bring it down. Okay, your choice. It has to be something that is done in our classroom or in the hallway directly outside of our classroom. We're not running around the building. We're not going to the track. We're not going to the gym, because I cannot guarantee we can all go or whether we'll be cooperative. Okay. Yes, you can bring a soccer ball or something into the room as long as it's not being thrown up into the ceiling. Yes, I've had groups use jump ropes, jumping jacks, wall sits, planks. You can choose it. Okay. When you're also choosing it, please be cautious of the fact that you have to do this 3 times. No time increments should probably be more than 2 or at the very max 3 minutes long, because you don't want to do that for 3 minutes 5 times or 3 times. It will get tiring and it will take your experiment a lot longer to complete. Okay. So no 5-minute increments, nothing more than 3 for sure. Okay. I think you're ready to go. I know that you might have questions. Please refer back right up here at the top to experimental design in the resources. That will help guide you. All right. I am going to post your assignment, and unfortunately I don't have it pulled up, so I'm going to pull that up very quickly. I apologize. I normally would have this pulled up already. Okay, your form will look like this. Okay, you're filling this in. One of you needs to submit it, so you guys can either do a shared Google Sheet. That way you can both work on it. I think that's best for you to do. You're filling in the boxes. It tells you exactly what to do. Identify the problem. Predict your solution or your hypothesis. Identify your variables. Okay. I will also post a link to this video if you need to look at it later. Your goal today is to get your experiment done all the way down to the steps typed out right here. Make sure you put each step on its own line, number each step. Guys, I hope you have a great day. I hope you have an awesome weekend, because it's going to be beautiful again, finally. And e-learning on Monday will be a Google form answering questions relating to the 2 variables and control. Okay. I hope you have a great time. I'll see you later.